The next speaker is, I have heard his excellent speeches, that is, two of them were really informative. In fact, one of the speeches, I stole some of the points from him and used it somewhere else. I took permission from him. He is a student at UALR, also working in UALR computer department, I believe, I don't know. And this is his fourth speech, and time is around 5 to 7 minutes. And the title is, Do What Is Right. So please welcome Mr. Karthik Devarajan.
Thanks for the generous introduction, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and honored guest. You guys must be wondering what this guy is doing with the Rubik's Cube and the Fountain DVD. There is actually a connection. In Rubik's Cube, there are multiple ways to solve the problem. There's no one single solution. Based on what algorithm you use, depending on number of moves you take, there's different ways to solve, but the ending is just one. Same size on all the sides of the cube. Same thing is with the movie Fountain. There's multiple interpretations to this movie. In fact, there are so many that even I'm not sure what the movie meant. But there's one theme in the end, which is death is realistic. You got to accept death. That is the theme. But there are so many different ways you can interpret the movie. So just like this Rubik's Cube and this movie Fountain, my speech is going to have, it's not as convoluted or as difficult as solving a Rubik's Cube or watching this movie, but my speech can be interpreted in different ways. But the theme is just one, do what is right. I'm going to start my speech with a very simple story, which might make you guys think. There was a farmer who likes to collect different breeds of horses. He had almost every type of horses he could find in the world in his backyard, but there was one horse which he could not find. He tried it really hard to get that horse, but he searched everywhere, but he couldn't find the horse. Later he found that his own neighbor has got the horse which he was looking for. And he went to his neighbor and said, I'm a horse collector. I'm just looking for this particular horse which you got. And the neighbors refused. He said that he cannot give the horse to him. But the farmer continuously nagged the neighbor, paid him enough money, and got the horse. And so the farmer was so happy, he got all the different types of horses he could ever imagine in his house. One fine day, what happened was, in fact, it's not a fine day, one unfine day, what happened was the new horse which he took became ill, became sick. So what he did was he called the vet. The vet came, checked the horse, and said, I might have to give the horse a 3-day medication. If the horse doesn't get cured in 3 days, the 4th day you have to kill the horse because it has the risk of spreading the virus to the rest of the horses in the stable. So the first day, the farmer comes with the medicine, gives it to the horse, and he leaves the place. And there was a pig in the stable. The pig goes to the horse and says, buddy, they're going to kill you in 3 days if you don't get well. So please try to get well soon. And the pig goes off. The second day, the farmer comes with the second medicine, gives it to the horse, and leaves. The pig comes to the horse. When the farmer left, the pig goes to the horse and says, come on, horse, you can do it. Because you just have 1 more day to get cured. Come on, please, get up and get well soon. And the pig leaves. The third day, the farmer was still tense because he doesn't want to kill the horse. He takes the medicine, goes to the horse, and gives it to the horse, and leaves the place. This time the pig goes to the horse and says, come on, you can do it. Come on, get up, come on, get up. Run. He encouraged the horse so much, the horse stood up and started to run. The farmer came back and was so happy to see the horse running. And he shouted, it's a medical miracle. Let's have a party. Let's kill the pig. Have you experienced this in your professional life? Anyone? This is part of regular office life. You try to do do so much to your work. You try to help your colleagues, but your colleagues get the recognition that they don't deserve. I've told this story to many of my friends. Each came with different interpretations of the story, as I told you before. The first person I told the story, not the first person, the majority of the people whom I spoke with, they sympathized with the pig first. That's natural, right? Even when I heard the story first, I sympathized with the pig. The pig tried to help so much, and it was later killed. It's kind of okay. It's fair to that interpret it in that way. You have to sympathize with the pig. I didn't find anything wrong with it. Some other people, a few other friends, they said, that's how the world is. You got to learn to live without recognition. That's another interpretation, which suits very well in my case. I work in a place where the boss doesn't know what I do. I'm the single person, there are no teammates. I don't get any pat on the back. I don't get any appreciation. I just do whatever I have to do. For cases like me, that makes sense. Or some people say they try to be in the shoes of the farmer or the horse or the pig. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just take each individual character of the story and try to tell what exactly those characters meant. The first one is the farmer. Probably he's like your manager. He's the judge of your performance. Whatever he perceives is what he makes his decision on. What's wrong with the farmer? I didn't find anything wrong with the farmer. He saw the horse running and he wanted to enjoy and cut the pig. So that's absolutely not wrong with the farmer, but what happens in the real scenario is if you're the manager, if you're evaluating people, just don't evaluate people just on perceiving what they just did. Try to have an established system where you can understand the details of who exactly contributed to what. Second is horse. Horse is a very majestic animal. It's one of my favorite animals too. When a horse runs so fast and neighs, everybody knows he's the leader. He's perceived as a leader, irrespective of how a horse looks. It's so majestic. If it walks on the road, everybody knows the horse is a leader. But in this story, you see, even a horse needs a pig around him to get the required support. If you want to be a true leader, if you want to be a good leader, please give enough credentials or recognition to the team who helped you to become a leader. That only then you become a true leader. Otherwise, you're just a horse and you just lose your best friend, pig. And pig, I think there are a lot of pigs here in the sense who slog so much and did not get their due recognition, right? Again, the concept is so simple. If you're working, you're slogging so hard, just make sure whatever work you do is seen by the concerned people, which in this case, it's the farmer. You might think, oh, the communication between the pig and the farmer is irrelevant here. No, it's not irrelevant. Everything is relevant. You do some work. It has to be relevant. There are 3 people involved in a project. You got to get involved in all the 2 people you work with. So nothing is irrelevant here. So the farmer, the pigs and horses here, I'm not here to tell you what is the right solution. It's just like a Rubik's Cube. Whether you're in the shoes of a farmer, whether you're in the shoes of a horse, whether you're in the shoes of the pig, whenever you are experiencing a situation like this, just remember the story and do what is right. Thank you.